With loving greetings from all souls at this station, this is Matthew. You have a saying that pertains to real estate. It's all about location, location, location. In every location throughout this universe, it's all about vibrations, vibrations, vibrations. As we have said in previous messages, simply by being, you are radiating light's high vibrations, so let us speak about some of the developments you have been assisting. Of paramount importance is, a significant amount of darkness has been eliminated. Much more will be uprooted in coming weeks and months, thus bringing to an end the long reign of the Illuminati. Until then, this tenacious group will cause havoc wherever they can. Their primary interest is maintaining their strongholds in the United States, from whence a great deal of their global power is wielded. It is possible that countries' military forces may be called in to safeguard the citizenry from whatever actions the Illuminati may take. If that intervention does become necessary, Illuminati could claim it's a coup and mount resistance, or they may try to cause panic by staging a holographic alien invasion. It doesn't appear that in their weakened state they could manage either. However, they are desperate, so those possibilities, which are contingencies on their agenda, cannot be ruled out. We understand that you would like to know what to expect and when, and we don't know. The energy of billions of thoughts daily, actually each minute, determines what happens. What we can tell you with assurance is, with everything in acceleration mode, dominoes around the world will be falling soon. You have waited patiently for evidence of the progress we have told you has been going on behind the curtain of the world stage. The undertakings of light forces on Earth in conjunction with off-planet family still require discretion, but as soon as information about what has been accomplished can be disclosed, it will be. Now, other developments vibrations have brought about. People are separating wheat from chaff, so to say, by seeing the counterproductiveness of divisiveness and the benefits of discussing how to go about making changes that all see are needed. This cooperative approach at grassroots level, where reform starts and moves upward, is a fine step forward in the civilization's awakening. Another heartening development is the surfacing of technologies the Illuminati suppressed, to prevent their being used beneficially even as they were using them to your detriment. Crews in your skies are making their crafts visible often, so the populace becomes accustomed to their peaceful presence, thereby bringing closer the day when you can greet each other, and extraterrestrial special forces on the planet can introduce themselves. If you feel a strong sense of kinship with some of them, it may well be soul-level recognition that you and they are from the same homeland. When that day comes, you will start working together to restore Earth's damaged environment and bring in free energy. And prevailing vibrations are connecting you more intimately with your good self. Helping Earth's peoples awaken is your mission, and it is vital indeed, but that is not the sole reason you are there. While it is so that a third-density world presents challenges, the worlds you left did not. Your life is meant to be enriched by family and friends, the beauty of nature, satisfying productivity and leisure enjoyments. This is a propitious time to be introspective, to ponder if your actions or inaction may be encumbrances to that kind of life. You may realize you're timidly spinning your wheels instead of confidently pursuing a job of greater interest, or taking the next step in a meaningful relationship or moving where you'd prefer to live. Maybe you'll see that life would be more fulfilling if you heed your intuition instead of trying to meet others' expectations. Or you would be happier if you let bygones be bygones and let go of feelings about disappointments. If you want to strengthen characteristics you feel good about, and divest yourself of those you don't, vibrations will be your steadfast helpmeet. You can more easily adjust to ever-rising vibrations if you breathe deeply and rhythmically, get sufficient sleep, eat lightly, drink a lot of pure water, and spend as much time as possible in nature. Yes, we have mentioned that in previous messages, but when life is filled with busyness, reminders can be useful. And, dear brothers and sisters, love yourselves. Feel joyous and grateful that of the many, many souls who volunteered, you were chosen to participate in the most dynamic world transformation in universal history. Further, what you are doing is correspondingly benefiting the entire universe. That is how powerful you are. The person who sent me your newsletter where Matthew said Illuminati is deep state or the cabal wrote that deep state is the new world order that is controlling everything. Then I heard Khazarian neo-Nazis are running the world. Are those different groups, or different names for the same group? If the latter, what do members call themselves? Also, I just heard of puppets. If they're part of a group, who is the puppet master? Or are those the people who are being controlled? All of this is very confusing, and frankly, it's hardly believable that any group or groups could tell everyone else what they have to do. The writer's confusion and skepticism are widespread among souls who are starting to awaken, so let us offer clarity. The aforementioned names are four of several. The elitists, one world government, secret government, and shadow government are others, that refer to the same group. They don't call themselves any name at all, and there is no formal membership. Let us speak of them here simply as the Dark Ones. They have a global network with a pyramidal hierarchy, and individuals in top levels have influential positions in governments and all national and international institutions and organizations that impact life worldwide. Mainstream media, education, UN, EU, NATO, and all other alliances. Federal Reserve System, IMF, WEF, stock markets and all other monetary systems. Trade, taxation, and insurance. Publishing. Legal and justice systems. Military forces. Interpol, CIA, and all other intelligence agencies. Energy systems. Transportation. Agriculture. Fraternal organizations. Religions. WHO, CDC, FDA, NIH, and all other branches in the healthcare industry. Charitable foundations. Multinational corporations. And the entertainment field. Those individuals at the top also are running the illegal drug industry, sex trafficking, pedophilia rings, and satanic rituals. The lower in the hierarchy people are, the less they know about what goes on in the pyramid, or even that they are part of a pyramid. The many millions at the bottom have no idea that their jobs are supporting a sinister group that operates in secrecy, and whose goal is to eliminate billions of lives through warring, impoverishment, toxic pollution, and disease. Individuals in top levels can rightfully be called puppets, and the puppet master is a powerful force far beyond Earth. At this point, a brief explanation of the workings of this universe will be helpful. Everything in existence is energy, fluctuating at one frequency or another. Energy is consciousness, and each of the frequencies has an infinite range of vibrations that function in accordance with the consciousness and thoughts. All thoughts of every person within a civilization are its collective consciousness. Thoughts are forms of energy. Energy cannot be extinguished, and due to the universal law of attraction that is in constant motion, thought forms that emit the same vibrations attract each other, gather into a cluster, and, as like forms keep joining them, grow into a force field. The dark forces is a massive force field of forms with the lowest vibrations such as those emitted by tyranny, brutality, greed, possessiveness, hatred, deception, lust for power, and desire for fame at any cost. As this vast borderless field meanders throughout the universe, it is drawn to civilizations where the collective consciousness includes those kinds of thought forms. Individuals in those civilizations whose traits and behavior are aligned with the vibrations of the dark forces become their puppets. Now captives of darkness, they lose all sense of conscience. Their heinous actions create fear in the rest of the population, and fear's low vibrations strengthen the puppet's control. Once a world is steeped in darkness or the planet is destroyed by puppets in another civilization, both of which add to the dark force's potency, the expanded field drifts around until it is drawn toward other pockets of low vibrations. As powerful as that force field is, light, which is the same energy as love, is more powerful. That energy is the essence of Creator Source, the origin of everything that exists in this universe and the cosmos. Because love-light energy is anathema to the dark forces, it is an impenetrable fortress for spiritually and consciously evolved civilizations. Now, let us speak about puppets on Earth, and how various names for them came about. 2.5 centuries ago, a few men in Bavaria who felt they were more intelligent than other people, therefore entitled to be their leaders, called themselves Illuminati, the Illumined Ones. Like-minded individuals who affiliated with them include the Rothschilds, who established the powerful faction in Europe that encompassed royal families who had far-flung empires, and the Rockefellers, whose equally powerful faction is headquartered in the United States. Generations of the two factions and mergers in marriages and businesses enabled them to grow in numbers and fortunes and extend their network around the globe. However, the idea that a few can rule the masses preceded the Illuminati by almost a dozen centuries. Tribal leaders in Mongolia started moving west, gathering into their midst the people they conquered along the way, and establishing the Khazarian Empire. Successive leaders kept adding to its power base, which eventually included the Nazis, with whom the Vatican cooperated in World War II, and still does, because the mindset that caused the Holocaust permeates today's dark ones. About 2 millennia ago, self-serving leaders of church and state started amending historic records. Incrementally, material was deleted, parts were rewritten, fabricated stories and devised dogma were added, and the composite is the Bible. Later, wealthy families like the Medici, who established the banking system in Italy that gradually grew into global economic control, put family men in the papacy to spread the Roman Catholic religion and its influence on adherents. Eventually, the many disparate groups that shared the same ideology coalesced into the umbrella group that is the formidable foe of humanity and Earth herself. During the past several decades, individuals who understood how world affairs were being conducted gave those other names to the Dark Ones, who have maintained power partly by controlling what people are taught, read, see, and hear. That is why false information and omission of factual information abound in your textbooks and newspapers and on TV, radio, and the censored internet. It is why movies and games glorify violence and war. Not only do those cause death, fear, and destruction, all of which emit the low vibrations that keep the Dark Ones thriving, but their companies produce the machinery of war and add to their ill-gotten fortunes. Movies and games also portray aliens as fearsome monstrous entities that invade Earth to massacre everyone and destroy the planet. This insidious form of mind control has programmed the unsuspecting public to think, feel, and believe what the Dark Ones want them to. However, never can they control anyone's intuition, hopes, optimism, inspirations, aspirations, or reactions. Thanks to prevailing vibrations, this sacred internal light is motivating many of the populace to embrace the light being beamed by distant civilizations and radiated by light workers on Earth. Beloved family, all light beings in this universe honor you for persevering in your mission and support you with the unparalleled power of unconditional love. Love and peace. Suzanne Ward.